Yeah, that's better. You can get it. Marvelous.
Yo, what's good? Welcome back to the channel, y'all. And look, it is Friday. I'm not even gonna hold y'all motherfuckers up. We got places to be, money to touch, women to bag. You get what I'm saying? You already know how we move it over here.
All right, put the money in the bag. Put it in.
You're facing the wrong way, sir.
But nonetheless, we have a leaked free OP10 Shanks guide that just hit the streets. Yes, you heard me right. This is a leaked free OP10 Shanks guide. Everybody likes using leaks, so I'm going to use it. I'm not sure if this was publicized, but whatever the case may be, I got my hands on it, and I'm going to bless you guys with this free masterclass. A lot of you guys liked when I actually rocked you guys to sleep, you know, told you guys your bedtime story with a cup of milk and cookies with the Blackbeard, you know, how to play Blackbeard. So since you guys like that particular deck so much and pretty much me just reading shit to you, I'm just going to do the same thing here with this brand new leaked OP10 Shanks guide. As you guys can see, we are on the TCG matchmaking. This is from Patreon. Like I said, it did leak. Everything you guys see on the side, full OP09 red Shanks guide, $3.99. No, we have a leaked free guide for the streets. All you need to do is pay attention to this, and you're gonna be on your way to be one of the you know, training wheel players of the game right now. If you guys also did not know, this is actually the best deck of the format. Introduction: with the release of OP10 and the ST21 starter deck, Red Shanks has undergone a significant evolution in the metagame. Once criticized for his weak early game, Shanks now benefits from a more versatile and proactive start thanks to the new card additions that offer better tempo plays and board presence from turn one. These upgrades have not only shored up its early weakness, but also expanded its deck building potential. Like I said in this particular video, since it's so much knowledge, we aren't gonna have no cuts or edits, so don't expect none of this shit. Just have it in the background and just watch with me. Currently, two main variants of Shanks are emerging in the OP10 format: a mid-range build that leans on value and board control, and an aggressive version that leverages the Straw Hat engine to apply pressure from the get-go. Both styles maintain the deck's core identity, pushing the pace with rush characters and finishing strong with dominant late game threats, while offering different ways to navigate the early game and mid game. I'm gonna tell you this all right now, y'all. We all know motherfuckers did not write this shit. I see how some of you guys type and talk in person. You guys talk like you got nothing but applesauce stuck in your fucking throat. So we all know this was definitely AI. You need to put down the iPhone Max, iPhone 16 Max that types for you. Let's go ahead and continue. This guide covers the deck's key components, turn-by-turn strategies, and how to build a solid opening for competitive players seeking to refine their play. The full guide includes advanced metrics, matchup breakdowns, and tech choices. Exclusive for Yonko subscribers. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Y'all don't need to be no cringe-ass Yonko survive. Look, just play the game. This is the only type of guide that you need. At this point, if you guys are trying to, you know, thinking you guys are gonna be a Yoko and actually be a Yonko, you're still gonna go X5, go home and wonder, why did I waste my money? That's exactly what's going to happen, bro. So just pay attention to this guide and just play the goddamn game. Stop being lazy. I'm telling you, the people in the West just always try to find some shortcut with everything in life. Fact, not an opinion. Fact. Strengths and weakness. Strengths: excels in longer games by deploying powerful late game finishers. Performs well against decks built around mid-sized characters thanks to power reduction effects and efficient removal tools. Can control the board tempo with rush units and targeted KOs, especially in mid to late turns. Very crazy. When we just look at all these, I could honestly agree with all these particular strengths. Now let's get on to the weaknesses. Weakness: vulnerable to aggressive strategies that flood the board early and apply the fast pressure. Relies heavily on hitting key curve points to maintain momentum and board control. Missing a beat can quickly swing the game. We forgot to add that this deck fucking bricks like you're trying to build a duplex, bro. This deck fucking bricks. You want a brick fest, you pretty much just play this deck. This is pretty pretty much an L. This is pretty much an L in a nutshell, if you guys truly want to know. Let's look at the deck list here. Deck list, we're not going to read all this. Let's just go straight into the content. With the release of OP10 and the SC21 starter deck, Shanks now has access to a wider card pool that supports both mid-range and aggressive builds. In this section, we'll showcase a variety of deck lists that highlight the two primary approaches in the current meta: a traditional mid-range variant focused on value and board control, and a more aggressive build leveraging the Straw Hat engine to push early game pressure. Let's go ahead and scroll down a little bit. Each version brings its own strengths and tech options tailored for different matchups. For instance, mid-range lists often include cards like Lucky Roo to swing the tempo against decks like Purple Luffy, while aggressive variants may opt for Straw Hat synergy and rush heavy lineups to punish slower strategies. I'm gonna be real with you, the way I play anything would be an FPS card game. We spin, and get the fuck out of there. I mean, all we do is rush. I'm not trying to sit there, play patty cake footsies with you. I'm trying to end the game in 10 minutes and go about my day. Fact, not an opinion. As the OP10 meta continues to evolve, adaptability is key. We included several proven deck lists below to give you a strong foundation for your own builds. Later in the guide, we'll also compare how these variants perform in key matchups, helping you choose the right version of Shanks for your local meta or upcoming event. Let's go ahead. And so now we're just going to go straight into the particular deck list. So this is the very first deck list. This is deck list number 1, Straw Hat Hybrid. This deck list has been performing exceptionally well on the online rank ladder thanks to its balanced hybrid approach. It combines the explosive tempo Straw Hat type cards with the tried and true late game power of Rayleigh and Rush Shanks, giving it strong play potential at all stages of the game. One notable inclusion is Red Hawk, a card that was initially cut from many early OP10 lists. However, with aggressive decks like Zoro and tempo focused builds like Doflamingo holding a strong presence in the meta, Red Hawk has found renewed relevance. Its ability to simultaneously remove all small attacker and reduce the power of a key threat makes it a crucial defense option, especially when trying to survive the early game flood from wide board strategies. The addition of one rush unblockable Luffy is there to help close out games against Blackbeard. Let's go ahead and keep on going. This list showcases how Shanks can thrive in the OP10 environment by blending early presence tools with game-ending threats without committing full to either the mid-range or aggressive paths. It's flexible, a build that rewards smart sequencing and reactive plays. So if you guys weren't able to tell, there should have been a deck list above that text I just read, and since there was no deck list, it was broken. I'm still going to give you guys some of the sauce, including the Red Hawk. This is a top 16 deck from the Regionals Top Cut event that happened, I think 2 weeks ago at this point, gang. 4/19/2025. So I think that was last week or the week before, I don't know. I'm not looking at the date, but this particular deck is using the Red Hawk right here. So I did want to show you guys a version of this particular deck. The guide didn't provide it, but you already know we got the streets covered over here. Let's go over every single one of these cards and go back to our guide. We have a time for some cost reduction, ending off games with the Monkey D Dragon. Applies a lot of pressure. Ball removal with the Silver's Rally, big body monster. That's just pretty much your big body character 10 drop type of play here. The best ball removal in the game, just being able to trash anything on the board. Lucky Roo, ending off games with the Gold D Rogers, some pressure of Monkey D Luffy, and also the Gum Red Hawk. This was the topic of this particular deck list that was featured in the guide. So if you guys did want this particular build, just go ahead and look at the bottom. This is how many of the particular card they're using, 4, 4, 4, 2, and just pause the video and just copy every single one of these cards. And yeah, this is one of the versions of Red Shanks you could possibly use that really does abuse the Red Hawk variant. All right, let's get back to the guide. Here's the deck list right here. We're playing the Marcos for some board removal, Tama for some power reduction, ending out games with the dragon right here, board removal, searcher. This is just your big body of the whole entire deck. No Gold D Roger here, so I guess this is I guess Gold D Roger is more of like a rush build. I guess I'm not really too sure. You guys have so many fucking builds. I pretty much just lost track at this point. But Lucky Roo, you're also playing the Sanji. I didn't mention the Sanji, how this is pretty shice as well. Let's go to keep on going. Deck list 2, mid-range control, classic core with OP10 enhancement. The second list leans more into the traditional mid-range strategy that defines Shanks during the OP09 meta, but with meaningful OP10 upgrades that enhance its board control and defensive plays. The deck focuses on stabilizing the early game, leveraging value trades, and transitioning into a dominant late game force to be reckoned with. I added that just to make it sound a little bit better. A standout addition here is 5-cost Marco, whose synergy with building state creates a reliable way to clear the 6,000 power threats efficiently. So they're pretty much just going over this right here. Something that's especially useful against deck that aim to stick high value characters early. This interaction gives the deck a strong tempo swing tool without overcommitting to rush heavy plays. The inclusion of Lucky Rue also helps mitigate pressure in matchups like Purple Luffy, offering a powerful tempo unit that could turn the tide when you're on the back foot. Overall, this list is a testament to its flexibility of Shanks and OP10. While it maintains a slower, more control-oriented gameplay, it still helps pace with modern threats and adapts well to the current meta. It's a great choice for players who prefer a methodical, board-focused play style while still having access to explosive closers. So this is the deck that they were referring to. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So that is the breakdown of this particular list right here from what it looks like. Very shiesty in my personal opinion. My thing is too is that why did you guys mention a deck and it's not being shown? I guess this is supposed to be the picture right here, but it is what it is. So this is the deck list right here. Another deck list we have right here is this one. We have the Shanks, we have the Otama, we have the one big board removal with the Shanks closing out games with Dragon board removal with the Silver's Rally Searcher, big body character of the deck. Ben Beckman, that's crazy. None of these decks are actually running Gold D Roger here. That's actually insane. None of these are actually running Gold D Roger. Everything else kind of looks the same. Only difference with this particular build is this rushing Luffy. I'm pretty sure, yeah, this build didn't play. This is, like he said, a more control board version. This is more of an aggro. If you try to fuck the opponent's bitch and get the hell out, this is pretty much the list I would run. I don't got time to be sitting here talking. I'm trying to end the game, and that's the reason why they're trying to end the game, because this is a top 4 London regional topping deck list. Let's go ahead and get straight into this deck list breakdown. Deck list 3, tournament tech top 4 at London regional. This third list recently earned a top 4 finish at the London regional, showcasing refined and competitive build tailored for high level play. It takes a slightly more control oriented approach while integrating several unique tech choices that give it an edge in the OP10 metagame. A key inclusion is Uta, which functions both as an early game searcher and a way to clean up problematic low power units like Lafette. People be saying, oh, I say Lafette wrong. Look, I call him Lafette because he fitted up. Boys dripped out. Or Bonnie. This allows the tech to stabilize early without compromising board presence. Another tech choice is Yasa, which boosts your leader to 6k the turn he enters play. This can be crucial for minimizing chip damage and forcing your opponent to commit more resources to connect, especially in aggressive matchups where every life matters. Let's go ahead and keep on going. Finally, the list includes 10-cost Shanks, a board sweeping bomb that can decisively swing the game in your favor. In slower or grindy matchups, this card offers a massive tempo swing and forces immediate answers, often leaving your opponent without a strong follow-up. This build highlights how diverse Shanks decks can be, even at the highest level of competition. With solid early game tools, defensive tech, and late game power, it is a well-rounded deck that can adapt to a wide range of matchups in OP10. Okay, so this is pretty much going over this deck right here. Very shice, very shice. I already kind of broke it down already a little bit in the beginning, but he actually deep dived this. He really did. So let's just keep on going here. Let's see, starting turns and early game curve. In most matchups, we recommend choosing to go first. This allows you to execute a smoother curve, secure early board control, and set the pace of the game. Many top tier decks in OP10 also prefer going first, so taking the initiative not only helps you build tempo, it denies your opponent the same advantage. Fact, not an opinion. We'll cover matchup specific nuances later in the guide, but here's a general look at how your curve can play out depending on the turn order. Example curve: going first, Don 1 pass, searcher, 3 Don 5k leader, attack, play 3 cost character, or hold 2 Don for Red Hawk, 5 Don leader swing, play 5 cost character, 7 Don sequence attack, play Ben Beckman, 9 Don sequence attack, play Rally, Dragon, or another Ben Beckman, 10 Don push pressure, with leader characters deploy Rayleigh, Dragon Rush, Shanks, or 10 costs. I'm gonna tell you this about a lot of these dons. A lot of this shit is not usually cookie cutter as this, because you don't know what type of deck they're playing, and you know, especially if you're like playing against a yellow deck, they might get a crazy trigger. So this is just you know, just some steps you guys can follow by, but don't do this word for word, key for key, because every matchup, every game is different. This is just some type of foundation you guys can really go off of if the opponent ain't really doing shit on the board. Okay, so just make sure you guys, and that's the reason why they call it examples, so do not copy this play for play. Okay, do not do that. Let's go to the second example curve. Example curve right here. Example curve going second on turn, pass searcher. 4th on turn, leader attack, play lucky ruin, or cost -3 unit. 6th Dawn, use leader character swings plus Dawn plus 5 cost unit. 8th Dawn, attack board life, play Rally, Ben Beckman or Dragon. 10th Dawn, pressure with attacks, play high impact units like 10 cost Shakes. This is all kind of self-explanatory. I mean, nobody should be really telling you this. That's why I said every game is different, so don't do this, you know, bar for bar. All right, these cards offer a general framework, but rigid play patterns are not optimal. Shanks thrives as a flexible mid-range deck, balancing aggression and control depending on the matchup. Knowing when to pivot from attacking life to clearing the board is a skill that will define your win rate. That is a fact. That does make sense. Let's keep on going to key early game principles. This is the key early game foundation of this Shanks deck. Manage board first, life second. Use tools like Otama and Hongo to reduce power, enabling efficient trades with Marco, Ben Beckman, or Rally. These combos let you control the board while developing your own threats. Watch the 7-8 Dawn pivot. This is when board states typically get more complex. Decide if you're shifting into defense or pushing for lethal. Misplaying this turn can cost you the game. Read the board carefully. Facts. This goes with just playing the game. That's why I said, like, this stuff can help, but the biggest thing is just play the goddamn game. That's really about it. Stop being fucking lazy. Efficient attacking order. Always attack with existing characters before playing new ones. This avoids them being removed by triggers effect. Against decks like Blackbeard, it prevents key threats from being picked off by cards like Liberation or Finger Pistol. Maximize Dragon's value when playing Dragon on curve. Lead with him first to maximize effect. Ideal for setting up additional strong attacks. Like I said, Dragon's usually your ending type of game card, applying pressure because it does have a rush at 9k. And let's go ahead and keep on going. Early Red Hawk usage. Don't save Red Hawk just for the late game. Insurance and OP10. Early use can KO searchers or even early threats, helping you stabilize into your stronger turns. By focusing on early stability and adapting your curve to the game state, Shanks can smoothly transition into its devastating mid and late game power turns. Mastering your early decisions and when to break from the ideal curve is key to piloting this deck at a high level. Pretty much, if you don't brick, you pretty much got the game in the bag. This is a glorified Enel deck. And yeah, I already posted all these matchups. I'll let you guys read this, but I already posted this on the community post, so tap in. Shanks matchup guide. We're gonna talk about all this matchup shit, but if you guys do want to see these matchups, do not click this. There's no reason for you to click this. I posted this on the channel already, and yeah, no reason to spend money unless you need to, right? But yeah, this is the leaked masterclass that just hit the streets, gang. Tell me what you guys feel about this. Me personally speaking, I feel like every single deck guide should be like this. You get what I'm saying? I honestly do not feel like all this shit should be paid for or locked behind a guide. I mean, $4.99, $3.99. Just say you broke. Just say you broke, bro. What the fuck are you doing with $4? You can't even get a meal at McDonald's for $3.99. That's what I'm saying, gang. Just go ahead. Use this guide that I just did. I'll even put the fucking you know, the link in the description. And yeah, that's all I got. Tell me what you guys think below. And if you guys do want more free leaked master guides on the channel, masterclass, what the fuck did some of these cringe people call it? I don't care what it's called. It's free, it's leaked, and I'm bringing it to the streets. Fact, that opinion. Look, that's all I got. But look, before I go, if you was feeling the vibes, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And go.